Everybody, just give me a moment. Right now we are live streaming.
Hi, Calvin.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
Give me a moment. We are getting our YouTube channel, our live stream on YouTube, getting it ready. Let me share this out real quick before we get started.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, I can hear you.
Yeah, give me a moment. We're sharing some stuff out on Facebook and LinkedIn so we can let people know that we are live. Our first training of the year.
Yeah, I finally made it. Finally.
It's a good time to be here. We're at the beginning of the year, so it's
Yes, sir.
get the year started off right.
Yes. Let me look for a...
Okay. Now make sure you all mute your mics when we go live. Make sure your mics stay muted because if you got noise in the background, it's gonna pick it up.
Oh, okay. So I can mute it now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and you got like television sets on, something like that. You might want to turn them down or turn them off, or go to a room where there's not a whole lot of noise and stuff in the background. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. I've already shared it, I think, on Facebook. I think we all shared on Facebook. Yeah, we are sharing on Facebook. And let me go ahead and find what I'm looking for. Because we want to go over some things tonight. Tonight, we're going to go over compliance. That's what we're going to do tonight. So I've got some, if you have questions, kind of at the end of our class, your questions, try to keep them on subject with compliance. If you have questions about other parts of what we're going to be doing, that'll be coming next week and the week after that and the week after that, because we go in steps. We go in a series. Okay. All right. Somebody said, Deborah Spencer said that she had surgery today. Y'all give me a minute. We're just waiting on more people to get into the live training. And then we're gonna go into some stuff here. Hope y'all had a great holiday season. Hope y'all didn't pick up too much weight. All right, here we go. All right, now I think I'm ready. I got where I need to be at. And let's go back to my video. Enroll. Okay, home. Live weekly training. There's Scott. Waiting for everybody, waiting for some more people to get in so that they can make sure everybody get in time. If you're just coming in, if you've got television sets on and stuff like that, in the background, turn them down or mute your mics. I would prefer you mute your mics. And then we have questions at the end of tonight's training, then we have questions, and let's try to keep our questions on subject as to what we were talking about tonight, because next week we'll be moving on to another part of the training. Because we take it, each week we go to a different step. Okay, there are 7 steps in the dispatching process, and each week we go over a different step in the process. So let's try to keep your questions and everything pertaining to what we are going over tonight. Okay, then next week, once we go over something else, then we have questions pertaining to that. And next week, that way we don't get so far off subject, and it kind of negates what we were actually having the class about. So let's keep our questions and stuff on subject, and we'll get started here in just a moment. Y'all give me a second. Let me get everything lined up. Okay, we're on YouTube. Good. And we're live on Facebook. Let me share one more place on Facebook, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Make one more share to our group on Facebook. Let's share to our RBBS group. There we go. Let everybody know we are live. All right. All right, we got that shared on Facebook. So let's go ahead and get started. Where am I at? Okay, yep, right there. And RBBS, Distance Learning Centers. Okay. To the homepage on there. And let's go ahead and start my recording, and we'll get started. Give me a second. All right, good evening, everyone. This is Calvin Butler with the RBBS Logistics Learning Centers and the National Dispatchers Network. And we're here today with our students. We have some new students here today coming on for this year. So we want to go ahead and get started and welcome them to the RBBS Logistics Learning Centers and to the National Dispatchers Network. Tonight is How to Dispatch training series, and this is the first training session of the new year. Happy 2023, everybody. Glad everybody made it. Okay. All right. Good to see you all here. And this is going to be an outstanding year, by the way. We got a lot of new stuff that we're doing this year, a lot of new stuff that we are embarking on this year. We have a new look to our the RBBS Logistics Learning Center's website. We have an updated and more affordable 2-week training course for both dispatch training with guaranteed career placement and freight broker training with guaranteed career placement at the end of the 2-week intense training course. We used to have them on site here in Tallahassee, and they were kind of expensive because it was $7,500 because we had to pay for we had to pay for the air travel, we had to pay for the hotel accommodation for 2 weeks, we had to pay for the meals, 3 meals a day for 2 weeks, we had to pay for Uber and Lyft rides, at least 4 Uber and Lyft rides per person per day for 2 weeks. We had to pay for the lease on our campus that we was leasing. It was $34,000 per year, and we paid our lease by the year. And this year, they wanted to go up on everything because COVID and RSV and the flu virus, the numbers just ramped back up. So we had to have extra. I didn't know there was a thing called COVID insurance. But when they contacted us about redoing our lease, they said, well, you got some new stuff this year. You got to have COVID insurance. Said, what's that? Okay. You got to show that you have an attorney, because if someone comes to the event and we are the promoters of the event, we are the event, our promoters and everything, we put on these events. If someone comes here and they get sick and die, we're in trouble. We could be sued. Not only us, but the commercial leasing company could be sued. So the world is changing. So and they wanted to go up on the lease because of all that. They wanted to go up another $11,000 a year on the lease, from $34,000 to about $45,000 a year. So with that being said, we decided that we were going to revamp everything and have everything done online, where we have the 2-week training via Zoom, live Zoom training, still 2 weeks, intense training, live Zoom training. It's still taught by our instructors from the RBBS Logistics Learning Centers. And at the end of the 2 weeks, you still have guaranteed career placement. Now, how is this going to help you all? Well, for one thing, the companies that we're going to be placing the dispatchers, those who take our dispatch 2-week course, the companies that we're going to be placing them with are you all's company. When you all start your dispatch firms and you want to expand your firm, we're going to be offering the students who graduate opportunities to go work for your firm. Okay, so you all will get qualified students, qualified dispatch agents to work in your firm and scale your firm to where you should be and go on and be successful dispatch firms. Okay, same thing with our brokerage firms. We something else that's very exciting this year. You know, last year we kicked off our freight broker management firm. I know y'all never heard that before because we're the only one in the country. No one else is doing this. We are the first and only freight broker management firm, okay? Where freight brokerage firms, startup freight brokerage firms, firms that are less than 5 years old, they contact us and they contract us on 3 different types of contracts. One contract, they can contract us to just manage their hiring, their recruitment, hiring, and training. And we come in and we set them up on a residual pay scale, a new type of compensation plan. We streamline their business and everything. And we are in charge of recruitment, hiring, and training of their personnel, okay? And we take that freight broker agent position and we broke it up into 3 separate positions. So those people who are coming to work for the freight brokerage firm that we are managing, they don't have to do all the work that a regular freight broker agent does, but they get paid more money. They do less work and get paid more money. On average, the salesperson that is working with just calling shippers is going to average about $287,000 their first year. The salesperson that is calling carriers and trucking companies, their job is to only call them and sell them, they're going to average about $240,000 the first year. Our broker processors, those are the people that sit and do their CNTMS and all of the processing and the onboarding and the booking of freight and the rate cons and the BOL and the invoices to the factory company. They're the administrative set. They're going to earn about $115,000 to $140,000 their first year. And as the firm grows, guess what? Their income, their revenue grows. Why? Because we have them on what's called performance-based residual compensation. Now, I can't explain that to you all because then we'll be giving away our trade secrets. If you want to know more about it, you have to sign an ND&C, and then you can, when you are looking to come to work for the firms that we are managing. We currently have one firm under contract as a management firm where we come in and we take care of their hiring, the recruitment, hiring, and training. That company is called Spirit Logistics, LLC. That firm is managed by my senior consultant, Ms. Jen Williams, okay? She's one of our senior consultants. So she is managing that firm. She's in charge of recruitment, hiring, and training. The other firm has contracted us to take over their firm, not just manage it, but to run the day-to-day operations. So they have amended their articles of incorporation and made me their COO. Chief Operations Officer, Ms. Jen Williams, is my VP of operations for that firm. We've also got some junior consultants, Ms. Angela Rozier, Ms. Sarita Hyatt, and who else? Sarita Hyatt, and there's another one. I can't think of who she is right now. But we have some junior consultants and we have a regular consultant that are going to be working in the day-to-day operations, the firm, learning how to do everything from the shipper sales to the carrier sales to the processing. They're going to be doing it all. So when we get another firm on a contract and we put them in charge of managing that firm, they have their firm that they will be managed. Now, safe to say, because we are actually running this brokerage firm, and and by the way, all of our contracts are 10 years. We have 10-year contracts with these companies, so the long-term contracts. We are actually running this firm, the firm that we are actually taking over the day-to-day operations of, and that firm is Hall Aboard Logistics. And I will show you that firm's website. I'm very proud of their website because I built their website. So I'm very proud of their website. That's part of the service that we do when we enter into a contract for total management. When we take over a firm, we become the people who are operating the day-to-day operations of that firm as if we owned it, okay? And the owners of the firm and the shareholders, we just send them their dividend checks every month. so they can just go relax and just collect their money while we take care of running their firms, okay? So that's very exciting because in that, we have jobs that are available, good jobs, careers. And when I say good jobs, everybody who is coming to work for the firms that we are managing, the way that their pay structure is structured, they have a legitimate path to 7 figures a year. Now, a lot of you are gonna say, did he mean 6 figures? No, I did not misspeak. I said 7 figures. That's $1 million plus per year. Because that is the path. They have a legitimate path to 7 figures a year because of the way they're structured. Regular brokerage firms, they have to do all the work. They have to call the shipper, negotiate with the shipper, get the shipper signed up, load stuff into the TMS system, post the loads to the load board, all that type of stuff. Then they got to call the carriers and the trucking companies, get them signed up. Then they got to book the freight, negotiate with the carriers, negotiate with the shippers, book the freight, process the rate confirmations, send the rate confirmations out, track the trucks as they're doing the load, all that type of stuff. When they send the BOL, they got to process the BOL, they got to process the invoices, send it up to the factoring company, and then when the factoring company pays on that load, they finally get paid. That's what a regular freight broker agent has to do. A lot of work. Not our freight broker agents, not our people. And by the way, top freight broker agents at TQL, CH Robinson, all those places, they average about between $75,000 a year and maybe $150,000 a year. That's about it. You have one or two that are going up close to $180,000, $190,000 a year, but that's it. Why? Because they have so much to do, and they could literally do all the other stuff like negotiate with shippers, negotiate the margin, get the loads in, export the loads to the load board. They can do all that type of stuff. But if they don't book the load, they don't get paid, right? If someone else booked the load, that's who's getting paid. So they've done all that other work for what? On the house, right? It's free. They've done all that stuff for free. It's on the house. That's not how we're structured. When we're structured, and I'm going to explain to you how one part of the sales team gets paid. I'm not going to explain all the other, but I'm going to explain just one to you. Then you're going to see what I mean by a path to 7 figures a year. You take the salesperson that's contacting shippers, their only job, we call that person a freight acquisitions executive. Their only job is to call shippers. Call shippers. We provide them with the leads. They just call shippers. They get shippers to agree to onboard with the brokerage firms that we are managing. They negotiate a margin with the shipper. Once the shipper agrees to the margin and agrees to onboard with the brokerage firm, they simply call our toll-free number at the brokerage firm. They hit the shipper onboarding extension. A processor will pick up the phone. This is Hall Aboard on shipper onboarding. How can I help? Hey, Hall Aboard, this is Maria Bay. I am a salesperson on the shipper side. I'm a freight acquisition executive. I have a shipper who is ready to onboard. Great. Give me that shipper's information. You are then going to give them that shipper's name, phone number, email address. You're also going to give them the person you spoke to and their title, name, phone number, and email address. You're going to let them know that this shipper has agreed to a 8% margin, a 12% margin, a 15 or 20% margin. Whatever the margin is, you're going to let them know that shipper has agreed to that margin. You're going to let them know this shipper says that they will be sending over approximately 750 loads per day. You're also going to let them know that this shipper primarily has dry van freight, or this shipper has primarily refrigerated freight, or lumber, or paper products, or liquids, or whatever the case may be. Okay, so you gotta let them know what type of loads they have. This shipper primarily has dropping hooks, no touch freight, or this shipper has intermodals. So you're gonna let them know what type of loads they have. Once you give them that information, guess what? You're done. That's it. That's your only job. Then you go back out and call other shipper. Now, for you doing that, that processor is then gonna call that shipper, and they're just calling the shipper to verify the information. They're not calling to sell the shipper, because the selling should have been done by you. That's your job, the sale. Their job is to process and get them loaded up into the CNTMS and all that type of stuff. Now, when they call that shipper up, they're gonna call the shipper, hey, Mr. Shipper, my name is Kay, and I'm a processor for Haul Aboard Logistics. I understand you just spoke with Miss Maria Bay. Yes, I just spoke with her. Okay, and she said that you all are ready to onboard with our brokerage firm, and you're ready to onboard, and you all have agreed to a 13 or 17, whatever the percentage margin, 17% margin. That's correct. Okay, I understand that you all have primarily refrigerated and drive-in freight. Yes, and you said that you'll be sending over approximately 800 loads per day. Well, that's what we're going to be sending over most of the time. We may sometimes send over as much as 1,200 loads per day, but primarily usually about 800 loads. Okay, great. I have your company address is this, your phone number is this, your email address is this. Yes, all right, great. I have you in our CNTMS system, and we have placed, and Miss Maria Bay is your account manager. That's very important. They're going to place you as the account manager, because you're the one that got the shipper to agree to what? Onboard, right? So you're placing the CNTMS under that shipper's account as their account manager. Now, because you are their account manager, you're going to be paid 7.25% of the brokerage fee for every load that is booked from that shipper's account, for as long as that shipper is contracted with our brokerage firm. Now, exactly what does that mean? Let's say your shipper that you signed up was a little old measly, matter of fact, let me start sharing my screen here, because I want y'all to see this. Let's say that shipper you signed up, and we're going to get to our regular training here in a minute, but I just want to go over this. Let me go and find my calculator. Let's say that shipper you signed up was a little old measly small shipper that's only sending over 100 loads per day. Okay, just 100 loads per day. And let's say out of that 100 loads, right, the brokerage firm is only booking 25% of those loads, just 25 loads per day, right? So that's going to give you 100 loads, 25 loads that are being booked each day. Now, let's say out of them little measly 100 loads that's coming over, now them little measly 25 loads a day that we are booking, okay, not very many, a low percentage, low load count, low percentage. Let's say that the average brokerage fee is $600, because the brokerage fee is usually somewhere between what, as I mentioned before, between 7, 8, 9% up to 20 to 25% of the load fee. And the average load fee should range anywhere from $500 up to about $10,000 to $12,000. So your average load fee is going to fall somewhere in the area about $300 to $3,500. So let's say on an average load fee of $3,000 and an average margin of 18 to 20%, that means out of $600 on the average broker, that's going to give you an average broker fee of about $600. Not what everybody thinks, $1,000 and $2,000 on the broker fee. Sometimes we will have $1,000 broker fee because we have the heavy haul loads and the loads that are paying a large amount of money. If we even get a small margin on those, they're still going to make for a very large brokerage fee. But let's just say we're dealing with the measly old $600 brokerage fee. Okay, out of that $600 brokerage fee, you're going to be paid 7.25%. Now that doesn't sound like a lot, does it? 7.25% is what you're going to be paid. That's only $43.50. So, but Kevin, I thought you were going to make $1 million a year with this doggone thing, but I want to get $43.50 per load book. Yes, but remember, we're booking on average 25% loads that we're getting in. So that's $43.50 times what? 25 loads a day, right? So that $43.50 times 25, it gives you $1,087 a day. 5 days a week gives you $5,437.50 per week. 52 weeks in a year, There's that $280,000 I told you, which you're going to average about the first year. Now remember, that's from one shipper, one, not 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shippers. That's if you want to sign up one shipper, right? And that one shipper is only sending you what? 100 loads per day is what they're sending over to us. Not sending us 1,800 loads a day, not sending us 900 loads a day, not sending us 500 or 1,000 or even 3,000 loads a day, like a lot of shippers do. They say they're only sending over 100 loads a day, and we're only booking 25% of those loads, not 50%, not 6%, not even 30%, just 25% of those loads. So on the bare minimum of you just getting one shipper signed up the entire year you're with this company, and they're only sending over 25 loads, 100 loads per day, and we're only booking 25% of them, you're going to be earning $282,000 a year.
So next time it's your turn.
Somebody please mute your mics. You got your mic open? Please mute your mics. If your mic is open, please mute it. Thank you. So that means you're averaging almost $300,000 a year from one shipper, and you only had to do the work once. This is what you call performance-based residual compensation. Now, what happens if you sign up 4 or 5 shippers? What happens if you sign up shippers that's bringing you up, that's sending over 1,000 loads a day, 800 loads a day? You see how this turns into a legitimate path to 7 figures a year? Legitimately, 7 figures a year. Because this is corporate sales. And because of the strategies and the structure that we have formulated and the compensation plan, this is what allows our people to make more money while doing less work. Now, all the other positions within the brokerage firm, they're set up on a similar, same type of structure, different percentages here and there, depending on what they're doing, but everyone has a legitimate path to 7 figures a year. And the brokerage firm still makes great money. Why? Because they're still keeping more money than the average brokerage firm keeps, because the average brokerage firm pays their freight broker agents anywhere between 50 and 70% of the brokerage fee. Our people on the sales side is only getting 7.25%, but because it's residuals, they make way more money than those people that are getting 70%, because those people that are getting 70%, they have to keep doing that over and over and over again to get that 70%. And because of the process is so monumental, they can't nearly book enough freight to break $175,000 to $180,000. Okay. These are the type of compensation plans that we're going to have every one of the brokerage firms that we are managing. And the brokerage firms, their first year, we're going to have them at an average $2.5 to $5 million in revenue their first year. That's after paying everyone. That's after paying everyone. By year 5 and 6, we're going to have them at $20 to $40 million in yearly revenue. By year 10, we're going to have them at $500 million to $1 billion more in yearly revenue. Exciting times, people. We talk about starting the year off right. We're starting the year off right. All right. With that being said, I'll leave you at that. And I'm going to show you all one of the brokerage firms that we are now managing, that we have been contracted to take over to run the day-to-day operations. They have placed us as they have put us on their the articles of incorporation as chief operations officer, and my Miss Jen Williams is my VP of operations. And that brokerage firm is Haul Aboard Logistics, this brokerage firm right here. So this is the brokerage firm that we are currently hiring for. And we're also hiring for another brokerage firm, Spirit Logistics. Those are the 2 brokerage firms that we have on the contract right now. As you can see, Haul Aboard Logistics, the website looks very nice. Very nice website. As y'all can see here, very nice website. It's a nice website because I built the website, okay? I wanted to make sure they had a very functional website and a website that was very aesthetically pleasing, okay? Something that when shippers come to it, they are immediately know that they're dealing with a company of high quality, okay? So this is the website that we have for them. We have an area here right on the first page where you can do onboarding. Click on this. If you all want to come work for this brokerage firm, you can click on the onboarding. You can go down here where it says Employee Freight Acquisitions Executive or Employee Carrier Group Manager. Click on one of those, fill out your information. We will get the form, and then we will contact you and let you know when your orientation is and those type of things. And you have to sign it in DNC. We'll send it out to you for you to sign. We'll send you that packet out, get that signed. And then once that is signed, we will schedule you for your orientation. And we have ongoing training for our brokerage firms. We have at least 2 training sessions each week. We are creating a back office site where all your training videos and everything's going to be in that back office site. And everybody from all the brokerage firms that we are managing, all the salespeople are going to be in that brokerage firm. In fact, all the salespeople from all our brokerage firms get to join a private group on Facebook. And that group is called, let me pull it up. That group is called, there's a private group on Facebook that we have for all of our salespeople. And it is a private group. You can only become a member of this group after you've been hired by one of the brokerage firms that we are managing. If you haven't been hired by one of the brokerage firms that we are managing, you cannot get into this group. And that group is RBBS Corporate Sales Team. This is the group that we currently have. We currently have 25 members. So we currently have 25 salespeople right now. And this is the group that we have. We've got more. I just haven't sent out the links to all the other salespeople that just came on. And that's Ms. Jen Williams. She is my VP of Operations, as you can see here. Jen Williams, VP of Operations at Hall Aboard Logistics, Senior Officer, Corporate Relations at RBBS LLC Corporate Consulting, okay, for freight broker startups. And this is our group on Facebook. Our, as you can see, it says, "Are you ready to make 7 figures a year?" The RBBS Corporate Sales Team, okay? So once you become a hired salesperson of one of the freight brokerage firms that we are managing, or one of the freight brokerage firms that we are taking over, then you are free to join. You'll be invited to join our corporate sales team, the Facebook page. It is a private Facebook page. It's where people gather and we talk about different stuff, different sales techniques. We all of our scheduled sales training and everything that we schedule is in this meeting. Jen is having a sales training right now. You can see right there, it says happening now, join the room. She's having a sales training now. Who wants to go over additional sales strategies, join this room. Now, you can't join this room if you're not an employee of one of the brokerage firms that we are managing, or you're not an employee, or you're not one of our consultants with our consulting firm, okay? All right, so that's what we're doing this year. As you all can see, we are doing some great things. We got a lot of great things coming this year. This is the website for Hall Aboard Logistics, which is the brokerage firm that we are now running. We are running this brokerage firm. As you can see here, they have the articles of corporation, and then reflecting that I am the Chief Operations Officer. Ms. Jen Williams is the VP of Operations. There's their DOT number and their MC number. The owners of the company and the principal shareholders is Ms. Antoinette Foss and Ms. Danielle Dawkins. They are out of Jacksonville, Florida. If you want to know more about them, you go over here to the About Us page. Then you go to the About Us page, and it tells you more about who they are and what the company is all about. This is our About Us page, about Hall Aboard Logistics, their MT number. If you click that, that'll take you over to the safer web where you can view their credentials. Headquarters is out of 2301 Park Avenue, 305 Orange Park, Florida. They're down there around Jacksonville. Owners and principal shareholders, Antoinette Foss and Danielle Dawson. Click this, that'll take you to their LinkedIn pages if you want to know more about them. This brokerage firm was envisioned to specifically designed to be the world's leading freight logistics facilitator of collaboration between shippers needing to move their cargo and carriers, trucking companies that have the means to do so, empowering both to fulfill their freight transportation needs while accomplishing their goals. Professionally managed by RBBS LLC Corporate Consulting. If you click that, that takes you over to our LinkedIn page on LinkedIn. If you come further down, you'll see it gives you a little bit about our consulting firm, about RBBS LLC Corporate Consulting. There's our business card, everything, and it says right here, RBBS LLC has a background in freight brokerage firm operations, auto haul operations, logistics and freight industry, executive level brokerage firm management, executive recruiting, freight broker training, corporate growth strategies, dynamic compensation, stability strategies, executive leadership coaching, sales, marketing, and social media marketing strategies, strategic corporate expansion. but y'all didn't know that we did so much, did you? Well, we do all that. We know how to do all that type of stuff, believe it or not. I know I sound like a little country bumpkin, but there's a little something going on up here in this heat, okay? We serve as corporate management for the day-to-day operations of Holler Board Logistics, to include the implementation of national recruitment campaigns, training of executives and agents, implementation of performance-based residual compensation, enhancement of revenue, increasing productivity and efficiency. Okay, so that tells you about who we are, who the owners are, who's running the company, all about us. There's our locations. We have one location in, of course, the corporate headquarters is in Orange Park, Florida, and our location is here in Tallahassee, Florida. So we have actually two locations. We have the regular Holler Board, and we have the RBBS division of Holler Board. You see it right there, RBBS LLC Holler Board Logistics. So click that, that'll show you our location here in Tallahassee, Florida. All right, so that's who we are. This is what we do, you know, and this page here is geared towards shippers, of course. You know, isn't it time to experience savings on your freight transportation spending? Savings up to 25 cents per mile on your freight transportation spending. This page right here is directly for shippers. Okay, they can come here, they can request a quote, all that good stuff, and you all can go through the site if you want to. The site is Holler Board. That's a play on words, not all, but hollerboard.org. If you all want to go to the site and see what type of company we are, and if you all want to seek a position with us, you can fill out the information right there on the site and on board as a for the position that you want, and then we will contact you and make the necessary arrangements to get you in orientation and things of that nature. I'm going to go ahead and share with you all the site's website address, and then we're going to go ahead and start our training here for tonight. We're going to go over compliance tonight. But here's the website address to Holler Board for those of you who want to go and check it out. Okay, there it is right there. All right, let's get into our training tonight. All right, tonight we are doing compliance. This is the first training of the new year, and we're going to go over compliance. Now, along with compliance, we're going to go over the type of equipment you're going to need to dispatch freight. What you're going to need to dispatch freight to be effective in dispatching freight from home. So we're going to go over all that. We're going to go over compliance. We're going to go over the type of equipment you need, type of computers you're going to need, all that type of good stuff. What other type of software you're going to need that you may need? A lot of you think you need a fax machine, but you don't. But we're going to go over the different things that's going to help you to be more efficient and better at dispatching freight from home. And we're also going to go over compliance, what makes you legal, okay? What makes dispatching legal. So that's the first task we're going to go over tonight. We're also going to go over a brief run through of the back office. Now, when you all get to your back office, when you come to mydispatcher.org and you log in, right? When you come to mydispatcher.org, if you go up here and you click over here where it says this more button, you see everything that pops up underneath that more button, all that stuff is password protected. You cannot access any of that stuff under the more button if you do not have a login. And you will not have a login if you're not a subscription paying member of our network, okay? So only subscription paying members are given access to the back office tools and resources. They must access that with your username and password. Your username is the email address that you all signed up with. You must, when you get your new members welcome packet, you must, when you go to create your back office login, you must use as your username the email address you signed up with. If you do not use that and you submit any other email address along with a password, and the interns get it, and they go to check your enrollment to see if you are a valid, verified enrolled member, and that email address is not going to match what they have in their system. So they're not going to let you into the back office. Okay, I can't tell you the number of people that call me. I can't get in. I just paid my money, but I can't get in. Well, what email address did you sign up with? Oh, I signed up with, what email address did you submit as your username? Oh, I use my company email address. So did I tell you you can't do that? Okay, if you don't use the same email address that you signed up with, you are never going to get into that back office until you switch it to the email address that you signed up with, because that's a security protocol. So we get on average 60 to 70 people per day who are not part of our platform who try to access the back office, okay? And because our back office have logins, passwords to the load boards and stuff that we give y'all access to, we don't want any of that stuff compromised. So therefore, you must sign up this way in order to get access to the back office. Now, I hope I made that plain enough for everybody got it. All right, but everything here, you can only access it by through your login. Now, once you do log in, you notice when you get back here, the first thing it has, there's a video here. Please, everybody, watch this video first. That's why I say start with this video in big, bold, white letters. Start with this video. We say that for a reason, because this video is a private consultation that I had with one of our members, showing them where everything is in the back office. Pretty much where to find everything, how everything works, how to get on the load boards, where to find your username and passwords. All that stuff is in that little video right there. Okay, so watch that video first. That's going to give you a pretty good indication of how to work your back office, where to find everything in the back office, how to get everything. So watch that video first when you get to the back office. The second thing you want to do, you're gonna see a series of 7 videos. It's actually more than 7. It's like a couple of series in a row. But you're gonna see a series of 7 videos here. And this is the How to Dispatch series, okay? Pretty much everything you need to know to learn how to dispatch freight from home is in this series. And it's in order by the steps. The first step is compliance, what makes you legal. Second step is locating carriers, where to find carriers. It's going to show you what websites to go to find carriers and where to find that in the back office. And it's going to show you how to look those carriers up, every registered carrier in the United States. Okay, so that's how to find carriers. The third step, after you found the carriers, you got to do what? You got to pitch the carriers. You got to get them to sign your dispatch agreement. So you got to pitch them. So of course, the third one is the pitch. What do you say to the carriers? How much money do you need to move your truck? That is our pitch. Then you have your next step, which is after you've gotten them to agree, right, to sign your dispatch agreement. If you pitch them and they say, okay, well, you sold it. Now you got to send them the dispatch agreement. This one goes over the dispatch agreement and the carrier profile form. So you're going to send them both the dispatch agreement and the carrier profile form at this point. Okay, the dispatch agreement is what makes you legal. You are not a dispatcher. You cannot dispatch freight to a carrier or a trucking company that you do not have under contract. Let me repeat that. You cannot go to load boards and share loads that are on the load board with any company, anybody that you do not have under contract. That is a violation of the statute, which we're going to go over the statute tonight. Okay, we're going to go over what makes you all legal tonight. So keep this in mind. You cannot share any loads. You can't tell people what loads are paying unless you have them under contract. It must be signed up to a dispatch agreement. And that is specifically stated in the statute, as you all will see. Okay? The next step, after you get them to sign the dispatch agreement and fill out the carrier profile form, the next step is to go find them some loads. Good point. You get to go to the load boards and find them some loads. So in this section, we go over load acquisition, on how to work the load boards, how to find dedicated freight on the load board, how to find them good loads on the load board, how to find them bike hauls and all that good type of stuff, how to route them back home. This is what we go over in this section. The next section after that is rate confirmation. So after you dispatch them a load, you got to call the broker and get the rate confirmation, and then you got to send that rate confirmation over to the carrier. So we go over the importance of the rate confirmation in this video, because you got to make sure you read everything in the rate confirmation. After that, it's the good part. It's the end. It's time to get paid. Invoice it, right? Then it's time to get paid. This is what all this was for, getting paid. So this step goes over how you create your invoices and how you get those invoices out to your carriers and send them and all that type of stuff, how to create a nice, professional, put together invoice. All right, so those are the steps to dispatch. Now, if you're going to not wait for us to have these classes each week on each one of these things, because each week we go over one step, okay? Tonight we're doing compliance. So next week, we'll go over locating carriers. The next week, we'll go over the pitch. The next week, so on and so on, okay? So our actual course is about 7 weeks long. However, if you are insistent on getting started right away, you can go and just binge watch these videos. Now, if you're gonna do that, if you're gonna binge watch these videos, we ask that you watch them in order. And we ask that you watch them at least 3 times in order before you continue on to the load boards, or you continue before you start calling carriers, before you start doing anything else. In other words, watch the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. Then go back and watch them again in that order. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. Then go back and do it again. Don't watch the first one 3 times, and then watch the second one 3 times, and then watch the fourth one 3 times. Because we want you to do it in sequence, because we want you to learn the steps in order. We want you to learn what comes next, and then what comes next, and then what comes next. That's why we insist that you watch them in sequence like that, at least 3 times. Because after you watch them at least 3 times like that in sequence, then you have a real good understanding of how to dispatch freight from home, okay? You know what you can and cannot do. You know what's legal and what's not legal, what's gonna get you in trouble and what's gonna keep you making money, okay? All right, after you've done that, then and only then do we suggest you then venture into reviewing the tools and resources and going, looking at the documents and contracts and agreement forms, and then eventually going to the load boards once you get a carrier signed up and start, kind of going through the different load boards that we have back here and everything, okay? All right, so there you have it. Now, let's get into some training. All right, tonight, as I said, tonight is compliance. Tonight, we're gonna do compliance. That's what we're doing tonight. So in compliance, though, everybody's always talking about what? Dispatchers are not legal, right? Dispatchers are not legal. That's what everybody says, right? Dispatchers are not legal. So tonight we're gonna go into compliance and we're gonna look up the statute. And the statute is CFR. Is it 2? No. Bona fide agent statute. Bona fide agent CFR. I might have spelled that wrong, but it'll show me the correct one. There we go. All right, this is the statute right here. The statute is 49 CFR 371.2. Now, this is the statute that basically legalizes dispatch. Okay, this is what everybody be talking about. Well, they're not, dispatchers are illegal, because if you read the statute, they tell that dispatchers are illegal and this is and that. No, they don't. If you read the statute, it's the code of the federal regulation for dispatchers and freight brokers, okay? This is the law, handed down by the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, okay? Which is the leading law enforcement agent for the freight and trucking industry. In case y'all didn't know, DOT is a law enforcement agent. That's why they carry guns and badges. Okay, don't make the mistake of thinking that you can do stuff in this industry that goes against the statute. Because what are statutes? Statutes are laws, right? If you break a law out here in the regular real world, what happens to you? Can anybody tell me what happens when you break the law? We slap them cuffs on you, right? We take you to jail, don't we? Right? So don't you all make the mistake of thinking that you can just skate by on violating these statutes, and if you get caught, ain't nothing gonna happen to you. These are laws. DOT is a law enforcement agency. They carry them guns and badges for a reason. That ain't just for show. They actually slap cuffs on people from time to time. So y'all would be wise to remember that. That's how serious this business is. And a lot of people jump in this business because they think it's just a side hustle, but this is serious business. Any industry that has statutes, that makes it serious because those are laws. These are federal laws. And if you break them, you are subject to arrest and you are subject to imprisonment and you are subject to fines. The maximum fine for breaking this statute is $10,000 per incident. You can serve 1 to 5 years in prison, believe it or not, if they so choose to push that. So I want y'all to understand something. This is serious business. There's a lot of money being made in this industry, but it's also serious business. Okay, I know a lot of people jump into this thing and they think, oh, okay, it's just dispatch from home. I call me a couple of carriers, find some load. There ain't nothing to it. Break one of these statutes, see what happens to you. Okay, break one of these statutes and let DOT, let somebody report you. Okay, a lot of haters out there, y'all. Especially if you start doing good. You start doing good, you're gonna have some haters. They're gonna watch everything you do. So if they catch you posting loads on Facebook and then they report you, that's a violation of the statute. Because you ain't no broker. You don't have ownership of freight. You can't post loads nowhere. You can't, the dispatcher cannot post loads anywhere. So that goes against the statute. So let's go through the statute. Statute 371.2 definition. Broker means a person who, for compensation, arranges and offers to arrange the transportation of property by an authorized motor carrier. Motor carrier or persons who are employees or bona fide agents of carriers. That's your first clue as to dispatching is legal because you are a bona fide agent. Dispatches for this purposes are referred to as bona fide agents. You are not an employee of the carrier because they separate you from the employees, as you see here. Motor carriers are persons who are employees or bona fide agents. Okay, not are, but or bona fide agent. That's your first clue that dispatching is legal. Okay, all right. Agents of carriers who are not brokers within the meaning of this section when they arrange or offer to arrange the transportation of shipments which they are authorized to transport and which they have accepted the legally bound themselves to transport. Now, there are key words in this thing. You see stuff like legally and all that type of stuff. Those are good words, but those are all words that you should be taking notice of because if something is legal, that means you can do something that is illegal regarding this statute, which means you can be what? Fined or arrested. Keep that in mind, y'all. All right. Now, furthermore, now that's what it pertains to brokers, okay? Brokers are those who can take ownership of freight. Now it talks directly about bona fide agents, you, dispatchers. This basically outlines your legality in this industry. Section B, bona fide agents are persons who are part of the normal organization of a motor carrier and perform duties under the carrier's directions persuading to a pre-existing agreement. Anybody tell me what that pre-existing agreement is? Anybody? What do you think that pre-existing agreement is? Nobody has a clue what that pre-existing agreement is?
Your signed dispatch agreement.
That's your assigned dispatch. Okay? It tells you right there, you must. It don't say you can somewhere have one. You might have one. No. It says that you gotta have that pre-existing agreement, which provides for a continuing relationship. So that blows out the water. These people say, well, in order for dispatch to be legal, each time they dispatch for a carrier, they gotta do another dispatch agreement. Wrong. Because it says right there, which provides for what? A continuing relationship. So all you need to do is get that carrier signed to a dispatch agreement one time and one time only. Once you have them on a contract, you can dispatch for them until they tell you otherwise. All right? So that takes care of that part of it, which provides for a continued relationship, precluding the exercise of discretion on the part of the agent in allocating traffic between the carrier and others. Now, it's that allocation of traffic is what kind of throws a lot of people off, okay? When they talk about discretion, they're talking about you not being able to take ownership of freight. You can only look for freight that the carrier has outlined for you that they want or that they need that meets their criteria. In other words, you can't just go to the load boards if you don't have a carrier on the contract, you don't have a carrier profile for them. You just go to load boards, you see a whole bunch of good paying freight. Ooh, that's some good paying freight right there. That's some good paying freight right there. Yeah, that's another good paying freight. Let me copy all this down and let me go to Facebook. Let me go to LinkedIn, go to these carrier groups. I know y'all seen them do it though. Go to carrier group, let me post this load on this Facebook group. Hey, I got some good paying freight for y'all. You just broke the law. You just violated the statute. You can't do that. Okay? Even if you got a carrier on a contract, you can't just go get a whole bunch of freight and then shotgun it out to that carrier. You can't do that. You can't do that. You are allowed, you're allowed to find that carrier freight, precluding the exercise of discretion. What does discretion mean? Discretion means what? Keep it at a certain level. Don't broadcast it to the whole doggone world. Don't go out and get a whole bunch of freight and just shotgun it out there. You got to be discreet about what you're doing. In other words, when that carrier fills out that carrier profile form, that carrier is telling you what type of freight they want. I am a dry van carrier. I want dry van freight. I want loads that's paying a minimum of $2.50 per mile. I want loads that are not taking me up in the mountains. I want to keep me on the bottom half of the United States. I am in this city at this time is where I need to pick up freight from, and I want to go to this city at this time, or just send me anywhere. That is that exercise of discretion that we're talking about in allocating freight, okay? You have to be specific in your actions as a dispatcher, okay? You are allowed to go out and maybe look for freight for your carrier that's within a 100-mile radius of where they are, because they can deadhead to go pick up freight if they want to, or whatever the case may be. But you can't go and find 15, 20 loads and then come back and say, hey, Mr. Carrier, here's 20 loads. Take them to tell me which one you want. No. You have to match what that carrier has told you what their criteria is, all right? They have told you what their criteria is. So you have to go and find loads that matches that criteria as close as possible. Now, with discretion, you can probably get maybe 4 or 5 loads that matches their criteria. Go to that carrier and say, here, I got 4 loads that fit your criteria. Which one you want? You can't go get 100 loads and come back and say, hey, choose which one of these loads you want. That's way outside of discretion. Okay, so be careful with that. Be careful with that. Okay. Now, brokers in section C. Brokers or brokerage services is the arrangement of transportation or the physical movement of a motor vehicle or of property. It can be performed on behalf of a motor carrier, consignor or consignee. Now, that's brokerage, okay? That's not dispatching, that's brokerage. Non-brokerage service, section D, okay, is all other services performed by a broker on behalf of a motor carrier, consignor, or consignee. Now, basically what they're telling you is this. As a dispatcher, you can only locate freight for carriers that you have under contract. You must have them under contract first. First, you can only look for freight that is outlined or that matches as close as possible what the carrier has told you what they want. Price, distance, weight, all that type of stuff. That's why you send them a carrier profile form so they can tell you what they want. And then you must use that carrier profile form in your search for freight for them on a day-to-day basis. Does everybody understand your legality when it comes to dispatching now?
Yes.
Okay, I want to make sure
Yes,
y'all
sir.
make sure y'all understand this, folks. People get in a lot of trouble. They just had a big thing where they had to clarify the statute. They didn't really change anything because it's been legal for the last 30 years. But people were complaining about it so much, the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration felt it necessary to clarify. They had a big little shindig and the thing that y'all probably heard about it, talking about what they were talking about, oh yeah, they're gonna make dispatching illegal. They're gonna give it. No, they wasn't. No, they was. That was never gonna happen. Okay. But they did go back and clarify in plain language for those people that had trouble understanding the statute. Okay. So that's a statute. You all can rest easy. You all are legal as long as you're doing it the way it's stated in the statute. Now, the other things that's going to make you legal. In order for you to dispatch freight, you have to be a legal company. So if you have not filed for your tax ID number, very bare minimum, you got to have a tax ID, like EIN number. Go to irs.gov, get your tax ID number, bare minimum. Now, before you pay taxes on that year's income, you have to have your company registered as a legal entity within your state. In other words, you have to go get your LLC, your sole proprietorship, your articles, whatever. You have to have your articles of incorporation done and filed with your state before you pay taxes on that year's revenue. Does everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so don't think you can be a dispatch firm and be legal if you ain't got your LLC or your sole proprietorship or your partnership, or you haven't filed your legal entity with your state, province, or whatever it is you reside in. Okay, make sure you all have that done before you pay taxes on your money that you've earned for that period. Okay, now that's step number 2. You gotta be set up as a legal entity in order to legally dispatch freight. You have to be a legal company. All right. Make sure everybody gets that done. All right. So that covers legality. Now let's go over equipment and the things you're going to need to be an effective dispatcher. All right. Some of the stuff that you're going to need, well, you're definitely going to need this. Let's go over what you don't need. You do not need an authority. Okay. You do not need insurance. You do not need a bond. None of that stuff you need. You're not a broker. Brokers need that. Why do you not need that? Because you are operating as a bona fide agent / subcontractor, someone who is contracted with the carrier, and the carrier has to have that you are contracted with. Okay? All right? You don't need that stuff. So don't go out and get all that stuff because you ain't going to need it. All right. Each carrier that you contract with, they make sure that they have the proper insurance, make sure they have the proper authority, make sure they have the stuff to be able to run freight, because you are acting as a bona fide agent for those companies that you are contracting with. Okay. And also as a dispatcher, believe it or not, as a dispatcher, you are not supposed to be paid by the factory company. Okay. There's a part of the statute because they clarified that in this past thing they had about the statute. Dispatchers cannot be included on the factoring payouts. Okay? Because you're not a broker. You're not the carrier. The carrier can pay you, which means you have to invoice that carrier. You have to prepare an invoice and invoice that carrier for that carrier to pay you. Now we'll go over that in invoicing. And we also doing invoice. We also go over how to collect your money from a carrier that don't want to pay you. Okay, we'll show you how to get your money 100% of the time, every time. And in some cases, you're going to get more than what you're asking for, than what they owe you. But we're going to show you how to do it. And they ain't by filing a complaint with DOT or the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, because they ain't gonna do nothing but don't do it again. Slap them on the hand. You ain't gonna never get your money. So we're going to show you how to get your money 100% of the time, every time. All right, and they ain't gonna have no choice. We'll have to pay it to you. All right, that's gonna be in invoicing. So the things that you don't need a DOT number, you don't need an MC number, you don't need any type of authority, you don't need insurance, you don't need a bond. Okay, You must have a dispatch agreement signed. Your company must be registered as a legal entity within your state. You must have a federal EIN number. Okay, you must have an EIN number, tax ID number. All right, these are the things that you must have. All right. Now, what else do you need? Well, obviously, you're gonna need a computer. Okay, you're gonna need a computer. Now, what do we suggest? These are some of the computers that we suggest. You don't have. It doesn't have to be a very expensive computer. Okay, it really doesn't. When I started dispatching, all right, I was literally, one step from homeless. I'll be honest with you. I was running my dispatch firm out of a U-Haul mini storage office space on Monroe Street here in Tallahassee, Florida. I was living and running my dispatch firm out of that U-Haul storage unit. It was heated and cooled. I had my laptop in there. I had a little refrigerator. I had a microwave. I had a blow up, one of them beds that you turn into a sofa bed, one of them blow up ones. I had that. I parked my Range Rover in the storage part, and I ran my business and lived there for 8 months when I started my dispatch. Okay, so there's not a whole lot that you're gonna need. A computer, a laptop, and you can get one that's refurbished. And I suggest you get one that has 1 terabyte of space, 1 terabyte of operating system. And what you're gonna look for is refurbished laptops, 1 terabyte. Okay, 1 TB, 1 terabyte. And as you can see, they are not that expensive. As you can see, they are very affordable. Here's one for $199 on eBay, $198 Dell refurbished. You can get right there. $259, $299, $284. Very inexpensive laptop, very good laptops with 1 terabyte of space, $299, $249, $199, stuff like that. So you don't need to go out and get a system like I have now. Now I've got a much nicer system. Actually, I got about 7 different systems here in this house. Okay, in my man cave, I've got a panoramic, screen. I got a 95-inch monitor that serves as a movie project, watch movies on, and I do work on that 95-inch monitor. Okay, because it is basically not a TV set. It's a monitor. It's a big 95-inch computer monitor, and that's where I do most of my work here. I can pull up load boards. I can put up 7 different screens on it. I can be, dealing with this shipper and this broker and this. I have all these different screens up. You don't need that to start off. A simple laptop would do. Simple laptop would do starting off. $199, $249, something like that. It's not very expensive to get yourself a nice. You can probably find some deals that's even less than that for 1 terabyte. For one with 1 terabyte. Why do you want 1 terabyte? Because when you start dispatching freight and you have your load boards up, you've got 1 or 2, maybe 3 load boards up. You don't want your computer to start freezing up and doing that little circulation thing. That's the worst time because you got a carrier on the phone. You're trying to find him some loads. He needs to find some loads right away. You got a broker on the other line, and your computer starts freezing up. Bad position to be in, right? So do yourself a favor. Get yourself 1 terabyte of space so that your computer can process quickly, and make sure you have good internet service. Don't go out and get this little cheap internet for $29 a month, or try to tether it to your phone and run it off your phone's internet. Don't do that. It's going to come back to bite you in the butt. I promise you it is. It's going to cost you money because you was trying to be cheap on starting your business. Go ahead and get you some decent internet service. Something that's $59, $69, maybe even $79 a month. Okay? Get yourself some decent high-speed internet, and the kind where you can support several computers. Okay? All being logged on at the same time. Because eventually you're going to work your way up to having more than 1 computer that you're working on. You're going to have one that's in your living room or your home office or whatever case may be. You may have one upstairs in your bedroom where you can work from there from time to time, whatever case may be. And of course, you're going to have your laptop where you can take that with you on to go out to the restaurants or the coffee houses or the park. When I first started dispatching freight, and I was doing it from that storage unit, you can imagine, gets a little claustrophobic and good depressed and being in that storage unit all the time. I used to take my laptop out to all the different parks in Tallahassee and literally book freight from the park. I even did a series on it called Dispatching from the Parks. I got a whole series on YouTube showing you all the different parks that I used to dispatch from and how I used to do it. They have free Wi-Fi and all that type of stuff. I go out there and sit at the park and be on my phone and dispatch freight. So a simple laptop would do. Now, as you start getting a little bit, start making money with this, you're going to graduate to what's called an all-in-one. Okay? You're going to graduate to what's called an all-in-one. An all-in-one gives you a little bit more flexibility, and they're still not that expensive. Here's one for $159 refurbished. See how you got that split screen there? Y'all see that? You got that split screen where you can kind of split your screen up and be on one browser on this side and another browser on the other side. That's called an all-in-one. You don't have that big, base unit. It's all in this right here. And it makes for a great system to dispatch freight on. Great system. I have one of those upstairs in the bedroom office. I have an all-in-one up there. And they're not that expensive now. They used to be pretty expensive, but now you can see 135, 149, 199. And some of y'all might want to start off with this because they're so inexpensive. But the reason why I say you might want to start off with the laptop, because some of y'all might be mobile. You want to take, you don't want to miss a chance to earn money, right? So if you're at the coffee shop one morning, you may not want to be at home, where you may want to go to the coffee shop or go to Panera Bread or something, or Starbucks, and hang out there all day and just dispatch freight. Okay, get yourself a different, atmosphere, whatever the case may be. Okay, when you go on vacation, go on a cruise or something, take your laptop with you. I've done that. I've dispatched freight on vacation on a cruise. Okay, I'm in the middle of the ocean. I have done it. Dispatch freight. Okay, because you want to be able to take. You want to have the ability to service your clientele no matter where you are or what you're doing. Okay, so a lot of good prices on the all-in-ones. Okay, and then later on you want to get something like a panoramic screen, something like a panoramic. Uh-oh. I'm spelling this wrong. Panoramic, there we go. Computer monitor. All right. I have this in the man cave. This is what I have in the man cave. And even those are not that expensive now. Now, when I bought mine, it was like $1,100-1,200 bucks. Yeah, I wish they were this price now. I wish they were this price then when I bought mine. Now you can get them like from Amazon, $229. Everything's becoming so inexpensive now. So you can get these panoramic ones, that work great when it comes to doing this type of work. Because they even have this one right here that have the screens that's already split up. Y'all see that? These work great when it comes to like dispatching and brokering freight. You're dealing with this type of industry. But my point is, none of this stuff is going to break your bank. Okay, none of this stuff is going to break your bank. These are things that you all can afford and you can have to dispatch freight. Okay, start off with, like I say. Now, the thing you don't want to do not try to dispatch freight from a tablet or a phone. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're going to wind up dropping the ball so many times, and then your truck, your carriers and stuff that you got on the contract, they're going to become upset with you and lose faith in you. The brokers that you're dealing with, they ain't going to want to work with you, because I'm telling you, if you try to use your phone or a tablet to dispatch freight, you're going to drop the ball so many times. So many times. Because when you're on your phone trying to dispatch freight and you're on a low board or whatever this and that, then a phone call comes in, guess what? It takes the place of whatever you're doing and it kicks you out. Okay? Or you're trying to go between different screens, you're looking at this screen for doing this, but then you got one with your calculator. You can't do all that from your phone. because you're gonna wind up disengaging something and losing whatever you had. Then you gotta go back try to log back in, and the person on the phone is like, I ain't got time to wait on. I can get this load to somebody else. So do not try to do this from your phone or from a tablet. It's not gonna work out. Okay? It's not gonna work out for you. Get yourself a laptop, all in one, and eventually get yourself a panoramic screen. Okay, something like that. Those are the things you're gonna need to be effective with dispatching. All right, a phone. You're gonna need a good phone. You're gonna need a good, a decent cell phone with decent service where you can make, unlimited calls and texts. Just about everybody's got it. I use Straight Talk, believe it or not. I got my iPhone. It's on Straight Talk, $55 per month. Unlimited web, unlimited talk, unlimited text. It's a nice, decent phone. I got it from Walmart, and it's an iPhone. Okay, if you like Android, they got a nice Android phone, but Straight Talk is a really good, service. I never get dropped calls. I never get drop calls. I briefly switched to AT&T because I thought it was better, and I had more drop calls than a football player with bad hands. No football receiver with bad hands. Fumbleitis, fumble this, fumble that. I was fumbling the phone. I had so many drop calls, it wasn't even funny. So I quickly switched back to Straight Talk. And AT&T was more expensive. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of these, affordable phone services, they are really good quality services, believe it or not. Okay, they're really good. You don't have to go with an AT&T or a Sprint or a T-Mobile. You can go with the Straight Talk. You can go with what's the other one they got that they talk about? Cellular One or whatever it is. I mean, there's a lot of great services now. They have great coverage. Okay, especially if you're doing this on the road, you're gonna want something like a Straight Talk, and I like Straight Talk. They're really, really, really good. All right. So a phone, tablet, computer, that's what you're gonna need. Now, how are you gonna send documentation? How are you gonna send out your dispatch agreement and all that type of stuff, this and that? All right. Believe it or not, all you really need is an email address. Right? Most truck drivers have a cell phone. They can pull up emails on their cell phone. Most truck drivers have a tablet. Most truck drivers have a computer in their truck. I had one in my truck. Had my laptop. I had 3 monitors in my truck. One I watched the satellite, the direct TV, watched my football and basketball games because I had my little direct TV thing on the top, right? Another one I had for my internet that I cast my laptop to so I could do work inside my truck, right? So most carriers, most owner-operators, because they spend about 80% of their life in the truck. The truck is going to be equipped with nice stuff so they can perform the work that they need to perform. So if you send them stuff, you can send them stuff by email. They can pull it right up there in the truck, and they can pull up the emails, whatever this and that. Send them the dispatch agreement. They can transfer that over to and when you do your dispatch agreement, send it to them on a Word document. They can easily pull it up on the phone or on their tablet or on their computer. They can go there and they can hit the edit, and they can type the name into that form right there on their phone. They can type it in right there, right? They can go down to the bottom, put it in there, and most phones are touchscreen. They can take that phone and they can increase the size of it. Then they can turn it sideways. They can literally sign the doggone thing with their finger. Okay? Literally, they can sign it with their finger. Right? Get done, then email it right back to you. Okay? Now, if that's too much trouble for you, you might want to invest in getting you something like DocuSign, where you can sign documents by sending them a document by email. They can click on it and sign it just by clicking on it and typing in the name and click sign. That's called DocuSign. It's not that much. It's like, I think it's like $19 a month or something like that, whatever it is. Or you can go with a little bit better service like I have Rocket Lawyer, because I can actually prepare documents, prepare everything in Rocket Lawyer, and they also serve as my my process agent for my LLC. Okay, and they do all that for $39.95 per month. Okay, so those are things that you can do. They have other stuff called e-faxes and all that type of stuff. I really wouldn't do an e-fax because you really don't need faxes now. Even when you send them the rate confirmation and stuff, you can send it through DocuSign. You can email it to them. When they want to send it back, most factory companies now, they take a picture. They will accept a picture of the BOL. Like you get it lined up, you take a picture of it with your phone or your tablet, and then you send them that signed, the image of a signed rate card or a signed BOL. That suffices enough for them to pay you. Okay, technology has made this business so easy. It really has. Technology has made this business so you all can do it and do it right from just about anywhere. Okay, you don't need to spend a whole bunch of money to have a great dispatch. All right. That's about it for compliance and the equipment and stuff you need. Any questions for tonight? Let me go ahead and turn off my here, my share, pop my share so we can get back to the big screen. I can see everybody. All right. Let me see if we got any questions here. Let me check on YouTube real quick. Unfortunately, I had to turn off my YouTube commenting because you get these people that want to send stuff in the comments, porn and all this other stuff, links to all this other stuff. So I just told YouTube not to disable the comments, on my lives. And then people can send me messages if they want to, and then I can read their messages after I post the video. But I can respond back to them by texting, by replying on the messages. But I don't do the live comments from YouTube anymore because a few dumb bad apples made it bad for everybody, right? So we don't do the live commenting on YouTube. In case you all on YouTube are wondering why you can't do a live comment, that's why. Because some of these racist dummies, they come over here, they post racist stuff, they post porn, they post all this other stuff. So because of that, no more live commenting on YouTube. Okay, you can send me a message after I post the video. I'll be happy to respond to you that way. All right. But here in our live Zoom, do we have any questions pertaining to what we went over tonight? Let's try to keep it on subject. Questions. So we open it up for questions. All right. Kay has a question. Got your hand up. What's your question? You see your little unmute button there? You click the unmute button.
No, I don't have any questions. I'm sorry if my hand is. Oh,
man, I thought you had a question. Okay.
No.
Got your hand up and everything. Got your hand up and everything. Thinking you got a question. All right. Does anybody have a question? A real question? Just want to raise the hand.
No, my
question.
Daddy?
Who has a question? Scott, you have a question? Okay. Scott, do you have a question?
Yeah. Hey, Cap, how you say you can log in and access those videos that you were talking about earlier on?
How do you do what now?
The access, you sign in to access the videos that you were talking about. The videos.
Access.
How do you sign into your
How you sign into the system and access those videos?
Oh, the videos you can access all my videos on YouTube.
Okay.
You can just go to our YouTube here. Let me share my screen real quick. You can go to our YouTube channel and access every video that we have because remember, we don't charge people for the video. That's not, I mean, you all didn't pay to get access to video. You all paid to get access to our live training, paid to get access to our network, paid to get access to our tools and resources. Because our tools and resources is what saves you about $300 to $400 a month. You all don't have to pay for load boards. You don't have to pay for, on the op search sites or any of that stuff. Why? Because we provide you with all that stuff. You all don't have to buy documents and contracts. We provide you. All that stuff is in your back office. right? So that's the reason why you all paid to join this platform, because our platform saves you money. Because if you wasn't with this platform, you would have to pay for your own logos, and you're gonna need at least 4 or 5 of them. If you wasn't with this platform, you have to pay for the the sites that allow you to search our phone operators, or even the ones that allow you to search for shippers, pay for shipper lists and all that type of stuff. Okay, you don't have to do that. You can connect with every broker in the United States right from your back office, because we provide you with all of those tools and resources. But if you want to just watch videos, just simply go to YouTube. Okay, go to YouTube, and then you can just you can just type in RBBS anything, really. If you type in RBBS, you're gonna pull us up. I mean, we got so much stuff on YouTube that ain't even funny. If you go and you just type in RBBS, all right, and you click that right there. Just click on RBBS. What's the first thing you see? RBBS Logistics Learning Center. It's our YouTube channel. You see all of our little videos, RBBS, 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 okay? So if you want to watch videos, get access to all our videos, the best thing to do is go to our YouTube channel, okay? Click on there, go to the actual channel itself, hit the subscribe button. It's free, doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. Go ahead and become one of our 8,510 subscribers. Hit the subscribe button. It's absolutely free. Doesn't cost you nothing to subscribe. And then you can go here and you click where it says videos, right? And you can watch all the videos, and you can watch them by the recently one that was updated, or you can watch them by the most popular ones they all watched the most. Like that one has 58,000 views. This one has 18,000 views, 15,000, 14,000 views, and so on and so on. Or you can click here where it says you want to watch them not by popularity, but by the most recent ones that was loaded up in order that it was loaded up. If you want to watch a certain type of video, you can go to our playlist. We have playlists that we have created. So if you want to watch all of the dispatch series videos, how to dispatch series, you're going to come here and you're going to go through these playlists, and you're going to go here and you're going to look for the one that says how to dispatch series. Let's find it. How to dispatch series right there, the full playlist, 18 videos. Okay. If you want to look for the ones that does the load board report, that's my live broadcast of me finding and booking freight for carriers live that I do sometimes at 6 a.m. in the morning. You can go to the load board report and watch more than 26 of those videos, the live load board reports. If you want to go and watch the how to identify and create your own dedicated lanes on the load board, I have 8 videos that are on that subject, on how to identify and create your own lanes. If I find dedicated freight on the load boards. My freight dispatching from the park series is right there. You know, so if you want to know about COM data and EFS, I have a playlist on that. So, you know, if you want to watch videos, we got it. I mean, no one has more. No one gives you access to more videos than we do. I'm gonna be honest with you. We've got over 500 and some odd videos, if I'm not mistaken. And they're all 99% of them are 1.5 to 2 hours, or sometimes 2.5 hours long. So no one gives you more hours of videos than we do. How many of them we have? I'm trying to see what I used to be able to pull up the number of how many we got on here. We got over 500. We got close to 600 videos on here. I mean, it's a lot of videos, as you all can see. A lot of videos. You just keep going and going and going and going and going and going. Okay?
I got one more.
Yes, sir.
How can you access the load board itself? The load board. How can you get access to
All
the
right,
load board?
all right. Have you gone over all 7 of the steps? I'm asking this question for a reason. Have you gone over all 7 videos? Have you watched all 7 of the how to dispatch series?
Yeah, I watched. I was in it last year. And I missed a couple of them. And I
Okay.
need to go back.
All right. Your answer didn't fill me with confidence. You was like, yeah, right. Look, and the reason why I asked that, let me ask you another question. Do you have a carrier on the contract?
Not yet. I was just asking.
All right. Let me tell you something. If you ain't got a carrier on the contract, you ain't got no business on the load.
Okay.
I'm just being honest with you. Okay. I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to save you from making a big mistake. Because this is what a lot of people do. They come into this, and before they even learn how to dispatch, before they even get their carrier on the contract, before they're even really legal, they start jumping all over. And I just went over the statute. We just went over the statute. Okay. Do not put yourself in a position to be tempted to grab some loads and post them on Facebook when you ain't even got a carrier on the contract yet. Okay. Don't do that to yourself. Don't place yourself in a position to be tempted to do that. Because people do that all the time, Bill. If you haven't really gone over your back office stuff yet, if you haven't watched those 7 how to dispatch series at least 3 times in a row, if you ain't done that, you ain't got no business on no load. If you ain't practiced the pitch and started pitching carriers, you ain't learned to pitch yet, you ain't got no business on no load. Okay. If you haven't learned, if you're not familiar with the dispatch agreement and knows the ins and outs and knows the clauses in it, the implied power of attorneys and stuff that's within your dispatch agreement, you ain't got no business on no load board. Well, I mean, what are you gonna go to the load board for? To do what? You ain't learning how to even get a carrier yet, so you definitely got no business on no load board because you for sure can't grab no freight and send it to nobody. Let's be real about what you all are doing, and let's be real about, let's be precise about how to go about doing this business and doing it in a way that's going to make you successful. This is why so many people are not successful. They try to springboard to something else, and then they get out there and start talking, and then they really don't even know how to do what they're doing because they skipped over a whole bunch of stuff. Okay? So let's not do that. All right? Now, when we get to the load board part, we'll get to the load board part. But I don't want to encourage y'all to start jumping on these load boards and you ain't even got a carry on the contract yet. So what are you doing on load boards? All right.
I got it.
All right. So
thank you.
And your question also let me know that you have not watched that video in the back office. Because if you watch that video in the back office, it tells you how to get to the load boards.
Okay.
So that tells you you ain't even done the first steps yet. So do the steps. Do the steps. And I guarantee you, do the steps, you know how to do everything. Do the steps. Just follow the steps. Please follow the steps. Okay? All right.
Okay.
Next question.
Kevin, I have a question with that being said.
Yes, ma'am.
I do have a driver under contract, and I know I probably need to get with you because it's an intermodal. So do you suggest that I go into the back office and use the tool where you actually search for intermodal brokers versus trying to search for them on the load boards?
Yeah. Use the back office tools and resources. Okay. Because you notice there's an area, in the back office site that has an area that's called the federal SIC code site. Okay, we give you access to a federal SIC code site, right?
Mm-hmm.
Go in there, just like you search for different types of shipping, put in lumber, this is that, type in intermodal.
Okay.
And it will directly show you the brokers and the shippers that do intermodal freight.
Okay.
Okay, that's what the federal SIC code site is for. Okay, to be able to go through there and find stuff. Other areas that you can go and put it in, you probably go in and put it into Trucking Planet, our lifetime membership with Trucking Planet. And you can click on that, then just search I'm intermodal. It'll probably give you the intermodal carriers. And
Okay,
I'm sorry, the intermodal brokers, okay, and shippers, okay. But yeah, make use of your back office site. And if you need to, call me up, I mean, that's something that I can help you with in like 10 or 15 minutes. So that
Okay.
won't require you to do a private consultation or anything. You won't need to book a private consultation. If you just want to call me up during regular business hours and say, hey, can you show me how to find some quick intermodal brokers? Yeah, we'll jump on Zoom real quick. Take me about 10, 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Now, if
Okay,
you got more complicated and more in-depth stuff you want to know about, book and schedule a private consultation. Now, those are
Right.
not free, of course. Those are $100 an hour, but those are for those in-depth stuff you need to know. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Great question, by the way.
Thank you.
Questions. Questions. All right. While we're waiting for the questions, just to let you all know, again, let me tell you all again. We now are running brokerage firms, not a brokerage firm, brokerage firms with an S, because our corporate consulting firm, RBBS LLC Corporate Consulting for Freight Brokerage Startup, we launched that division of the RBBS Logistics Learning Center in October, and things are starting to explode. I mean, the turn of the year was like, whoo! I mean, it was just we're probably getting off to the best, but we are getting off to the best start that I've ever experienced in this industry when it comes to that side of the business that we're doing, because you have to realize what we're doing. People own brokerage firms and they get to run and profit from that one brokerage firm. We have figured out a way to not own any brokerage firms, but to be able to profit and run several. And we are able to put our consultants in position to profit greatly from every brokerage fee that is booked from the brokerage firm that they are managing. Now look, I want y'all to understand the wide stretching and implications and the grasp what that actually means. That means that if you are coming to work for our consulting firm, you are on a legitimate path to 7 figures a year. If you are coming to work for one of the brokerage firms that we are managing or that we are running, because of the pay structure that we've set up, you're on a legitimate path to 7 figures a year. Even if you are just coming in to process as a processor, you're on a legitimate path to 7 figures a year. I need you all to really understand that, okay? I mean, grasp that for a second. And no, I did not say 6 figures a year. I did not stutter. I said exactly what I meant, because that's exactly what it is. You're on a path to 7 figures a year, okay? If you want to go take a look at one of the brokerage firms that we have taken over, that we are running, the young ladies over at Holler Board Logistics that own that brokerage firm, they have, the brokerage firm has been in business for about 1.5 years. Matter of fact, let me start sharing my screen here with that brokerage firm. The brokerage firm have actually been in business for about 1.5 years. Yeah, this is the brokerage firm. It's been in business for 1.5 years. We just finished completing the website for it. I revamped the entire website, and I just finished doing that. Let me refresh my screen here. Got so much going on. I just finished revamping I completely redid the website. I just built another whole site. And this is the official corporate site for Holler Board Logistics now. So we've completely redone their site. Very good functional site, aesthetically pleasing, great site. If you want to get an idea of what we're doing this year, come to the site, kind of check it out, go through it, or whatever the case may be. But everyone who is involved with Holler Board Logistics, from the freight acquisition executive to the carrier group managers to the processors who are doing all of the processing paperwork and stuff with the CNTMS, to our consultants who are working within the firm to learn how to do all these different things, because we are going to eventually get them their own brokerage firm for them to manage. Everybody who's involved with the brokerage firms that we are managing and who's involved with our consulting firm are on a path to 7 figures a year. Okay, I need y'all to really understand that, because it truly is. Okay, so we're gonna be doing a lot of great things, and we have a lot of positions available. We are constantly hiring for the brokerage firm that we manage. Jen Williams, she's the VP of operations for my consulting firm, and she's one of my senior consultants. She is managing a firm called Spirit Logistics, and this is their firm. They are hiring too. So she's hiring for Spirit Logistics. I'm hiring for Haul Aboard Logistics, and she is hiring for Spirit Logistics. Here we are, right here. She is hiring for Spirit Logistics. This is their brokerage firm, and they are a brokerage firm. Where's Spirit out of? I think they are out of South Carolina. Hold on. It'll tell me where they're from. If I can see the About Us page. See if I can find their About Us page. They already had their website up and going, so they didn't really need us to. I can see here, there's their different phone numbers and stuff. Logistics, contact us. I'm trying to see if they have where they're from. I think they're out of South Carolina. Don't quote me on that. I have to ask Jen. Jen she works directly with the owners of that company on a regular basis. I work, well, not with the owners of Haul Aboard. They just basically turned their entire business over to us for us to run it for them. So we have 100% operational control of Haul Aboard Logistics. The 2 young ladies who own that site, they have 2 other businesses that have become extremely profitable, and they're big success, and they just don't have time to run a brokerage firm. All their time is spent on their other 2 businesses that are extremely successful right now, extremely successful. And so obviously they don't have the time to run a brokerage firm, so that's why they sought. They asked around, and people were telling them that the only company that they knew that could actually take on that type of job was us. So they referred them over to someone, referred them over to us. We had a conversation with them. We had a Zoom meeting with them, showed them the things that we could do for them, and they felt confident enough to go ahead and redo their articles of incorporation and place us in positions to where we can run the firm. The position I hold with their firm is Chief Operations Officer. Jen holds the position of VP of Operations with that firm. With Spirit Logistics, we are just managing that firm. We are just in charge of recruitment, hiring, and training of all their personnel. We do implement the same type of pay structure. So both firms have the same type of pay structure, that performance-based residual compensation. So no matter which firm you go work for, you are on a path to 7 figures a year. Okay, because every firm that we manage, every firm that we take over, we implement that same type of pay structure, that same compensation plan. Okay, and that's called performance-based residual compensation. And it's not just residual, but it's compounding residual. The more shippers you get signed on, the more your income just goes up and up and up, and you never have to really do any work other than get the shippers to agree to sign on. The more carriers you get to sign on, your income just goes up and up and up, because you get paid from every truck that's under that DOT number that runs a load from our brokerage firm. So if you sign up a trucking company that has 60 trucks, any truck that runs a load from our brokerage firm, you get paid a percentage of the brokerage fee. I'm not going to go over the percentages here because I don't want to give away everything here, but you get paid a percentage of the brokerage fee for any truck from your carrier group that runs a load with our brokerage firm. So you can see how you can just make money just by doing the job once and getting these companies signed up and getting them plugged into our machine And then our processors, they take care of all the booking of the freight and all the other stuff. So instead of having one person try to do all that, we have 3 separate positions. Everybody just does their part and everybody makes great money. Okay. Also, if for any brokers out there, if you are a broker or a broker agent, or you used to be a broker or a broker agent and you have a book of business, simply bring your simply just bring your book of business to us. All you got to do is just bring your book of business. If you got shippers that you have a close relationship with in your book of business and you want to make 7 figures a year, bring us your shipper. Okay? Get them to on board with us, and then you go relax on a beach somewhere. We'll take care of everything else. We'll pay you a percentage of every load that's booked from that account. Don't get no better than that. Don't get no better than that. Okay? And there's some brokers and broker agents out there who got great books of business. Your book of business could be worth 7 figures a year when you bring it to us. We're not going to ask you to book any freight. We're not going to ask you to load anything up into the CNT mess. We're not going to ask you to process any DOLs or rate cards. You ain't going to never have to talk to a carrier. You ain't going to never have to do none of that. You just bring us your book of business and get your book of business to on board with us, and then you can go off and do whatever you want to do, and we'll make sure you get paid your percentage every time a load from your account gets booked. Can anybody think of a better way to make a living? Okay. Yeah, we're doing some revolutionary things and some great things this year that's never been done before. And we are the only company in this niche.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I'm pretty much a greenhorn, so I'm brand new. However,
Okay.
like how long would you say I would need experience before like taking on the actual like full-time position like that? Because I would have obviously I would have to start off as a freight dispatcher.
To work within the brokerage firm or to run your dispatch firm?
To work with a firm.
Okay.
I'm interested in doing my own thing, but I mean.
Okay. To work with our brokerage firms, we don't really want people that's got a whole bunch of experience, because remember, we're doing something totally different. We're not asking you to do what other freight brokers do. You won't do what other freight brokers do. We're going to train you to be good at just one thing. You're either going to be good at selling shippers, or you're going to be good at selling carriers, or you're going to be good at processing paperwork. You're not going to have to know how to do all that stuff, because we set this up to where it's so simple, stupid. If you are good at, if you want to call shippers, we're just going to train you how to call. We're going to provide you with the leads, first of all, and we're going to train you on how to be good salespeople. Okay? We're going to train you to be good salespeople, right? And that's all you do. The more you do it, the better you get at it, right?
Absolutely.
You sign up one shipper, that one shipper could mean $280,000 a year to you. Even if that shipper's only sending over 100 loads per day, we only do 25% of those loads. What happens when you sign up 2 shippers, 3, 4, 5 shippers? What happens when you sign up a shipper that's got 400 loads, 1,000 loads, 2,000 loads that is sent over each day? You see how that residual compensation kicks in?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just a lot I'm paying attention. It's just a lot to take in at one time.
I
For
know.
my first class.
Look.
I just
when you all first called me up and you asked me, well, tell me about your platform. What did I tell you all? We are not just a platform that trains you how to book freight.
Yeah, but you surprised me with this new process. You surprised me with this one.
Yeah, look. and we gonna surprise a lot of people, because that's what we do. Because our goal is to continually research and find ways for you all to become logistics entrepreneurs, how to make money in this industry. And making money in this industry involves more than just booking freight. It involves more than just being a dispatcher. It involves more than just driving a truck. It involves more than that. Our job as a network is what we do within this. This is why you all join a network. You didn't join a class or a course. You joined a network. That's why we're called the National Dispatchers Network. You all didn't join us just to take a class or a course. Everybody else has classes and courses. We let them do that. That's not what we do. Okay? We have that included in what we do, but everybody else, let them do classes and courses. We teach people how to make money. We provide opportunities. That's what this network is all about. Providing opportunities and teaching you all how to be successful freight logistic entrepreneurs. Okay? That's what
Sounds good to me.
That's what I told each and every last one of you when you called me up on that 866-973-6445 number, and you called in and said, I saw your video. Can you tell me about your platform? What's the first thing I told you all? We are not here just to teach you how to book freight. We are a network. We're here to teach you how to make money in the industry. We're here to provide opportunities for you all to make money within the industry. We're here to show you all and teach you all how to be successful freight logistics entrepreneurs. That's part of my spiel for every phone call that comes in, because that's what we do. Everybody else do. If you want to take a freight broker or a dispatch course, you can pick up a handful of rocks and throw them out your back door and you hit 20 of them. They got so many people out there doing classes and courses, it ain't funny. When I came into the industry back in 2015 and started, doing dispatch and freight broker training, there was literally only 7 trainers, online trainers that was doing this online. 7 of us. Now there's more like 700 plus of us, right? And
Correct,
half of them, and 90% of them have never even been in a truck. They've never really dispatched, ran their own dispatch firm or ran their own brokerage firm. They haven't done it. I've done all of it. Okay? This is how I am a student of the industry. This is how I know how to look for and develop niches within the industry and create opportunities within the industry. That's what's different about our platform. And when I create opportunities, I don't just create them for myself. I create them for people who are within our network. And we offer those opportunities to you all. And this is just one of the opportunities that we offer. We have plenty of opportunities. Do you all know that we have an affiliate link that you all can get, where you all can just share your link? And then if you share your link, it takes people to our main website, and anything that they purchase on our website, you get a percentage of it. We have different levels of that affiliate link. We have a free affiliate link that pays you 8% of everything that we market on our Logistics Learning Center site. Show you here. All right, this is our site, right? The RBBS on the Logistics Learning Center. We have an affiliate link that we give you, and you share that link on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, just wherever. We even did a video on it. Let's see here. RBBS affiliate. Let me share my sound so you all can hear this. Where's our affiliate? Where's our affiliate thing? RBBS affiliate program. There it is right there. This two little animated videos. Y'all gonna like this right here. Oh, I got to turn the sound on, right? I'm sorry. Where's my sound at? Oh, here we go.
I am so broke.
All right, here we go. Play it over for y'all.
Are you looking to make some extra money? Then we have some great and exciting news. The RBBS Logistics Learning Center is now paying referrals.
I am so broke. How can I earn some extra money?
Joey, I just earned $1,000 for referring Dave to RBBS LLC. They helped him set up his logistics firm. Don't you know people interested in the freight industry?
Come to think of it, Amy. You're right. I know several people interested in the freight industry.
Amy, so glad I ran into you. Here's that cash for those referrals.
And just in time to go shopping. Bye guys. I'm off to the mall.
Here you go, Joey. To start earning extra money for your referrals, just follow these simple instructions.
Now,
Email your referrals name,
Now,
phone number, and email
don't
address.
do the email because now we have set up the affiliate. So come down here and click down here. See right here where it says program highlights. That's the place you go to get your affiliate link. Okay, you click here and you sign up for the affiliate program. This is the free version. You don't have to pay anything to be a free affiliate. The free affiliates get paid 8% commission on every person you send our way who buys something, anything on our website. Anything. If they sign up for the course that's $1,850, the 2-week training course, you get 8% of that. If they sign up for the $349.95 for the individual enrollment, like you all did, you get 8% of that. If they sign up for anything, whatever it is, when they pay for it, you're gonna get 8%. Not only do you get 8%, but you get your own affiliate back office site where you can go and track all your clicks and all your sales and your commissions and everything. Okay? So like it says here, you earn 8% commission on every person you send our way. From our affiliate dashboard, you will be able to keep track of clicks, referred sales, and commissions earned. We will give you all the resources you need to succeed, including promotional materials and a dedicated affiliate manager. You will get commissions paid out weekly. How to get started? Sign up using the form in this link. Share your unique link via email, social media, or text message and drive traffic to our site. Generate sales and get rewarded up to 8% on every sale. As you can see here, this is your opportunity to profit from the most sought after, fastest growing subscription-based logistics, training, and networking platform in the industry. Referral payouts, 8% of $249.95 to $349.95 on individual enrollments, 8% of $699.95 to $2,499.95 on the corporate enrollments, 8% of $1,850 on the brokerage and agent training with guaranteed career placement, 8% of the $10,000 trademark fee if someone comes and they get a $10,000 trademark from us. So you all see what, I mean, so you can make some good money just by being a free affiliate, right? And all you gotta do is click here. It takes you over here, and then you can sign up to be an affiliate. It's free. Doesn't cost you a dime. We put the link out to you all, so you all can sign up for it if you want to sign up for it. It ain't gonna cost you, won't cost you a nickel, nothing. Let me share this with you all. You're gonna go to that link and you can sign up for your affiliate, your free affiliate link. Now, if you want to earn more than 8%, if you really want to make some money, right? You can sign up for what's called our trademark, where you actually are getting a huge chunk. You're able to promote the RBBS Logistics Learning Center just like I do, and you're able to profit from it just like I do. So we have a $1,500 trademark affiliateship. When you sign up for that link, anybody that purchases anything from your link from our website, you're going to get 60% of whatever they purchase. Okay, the big difference, right? From 8% on the free affiliate market to the paid affiliate market, where you get 60%. That's at the $1,500 level. If you come in at the $2,500 trademark affiliate marketing, you're going to get 80%. It's going to be your commission, 80%. If you come in at the $5,000 level, you're going to get 90%. And then we have a $10,000 level where you get 95% of whatever you produce from your affiliate link. So you share your affiliate link, people click on it, it puts a tracking code on our site for 120 days. So even if they don't buy something right then, they come back 60 days later and get something. Guess what? It's going to track to your affiliate account. and you're gonna get your commission. All that is, it's gonna be reflected in your back office. And you can set it up where you get paid by direct deposit, you get paid by, I think PayPal or no, you get paid by PayPal or you get paid by check or direct deposit. You get to set up your, how you want to get paid through our OSI affiliate back office. So like I said, we are here to do more than just teach you all how to book freight. We're here we bring opportunities. That's what we do. We bring you all our opportunities. And when I create opportunities, I share those opportunities with you all if you want to do them. Now, let me explain something to you. A lot of the opportunities that we have, you can't just jump in and sit back and make money. That's not how it works. You got to do something, right? Look, I get calls from students all the time, right? They'll watch one of my videos, like on my like the ones that I do called the logo report, where I go on live and show people live how I book freight with my carriers live. I'm dealing with real carriers, real brokers, the whole 9 yards. And there have been some ones when I've been doing that live, and I made as much in one morning, $3,000 in just before 9 a.m. $3,000. And students call me up all the time. Kevin, I saw when you was on, and one morning you did $3,300, and another morning you did $2,000, another morning you did almost close to $4,000 all before 9 a.m. Now I've been taking your class, and I've been watching your videos, and I've been in your dispatch thing for almost 7 months now. And how come I can't make that kind of money? Because you ain't doing what I do. You can't make the money I make because you don't do what I do. And let me explain that to you. I tell you all in this training course, when we get to talking about calling up carriers and pitching carriers, I tell you all the time, make 50 phone calls. No, your goal is to pitch 50 carriers every day, 5 days a week. That's your goal. 50 carriers. How did I get 317 carriers in my dispatching network firm? On that dispatch firm? Because I didn't stop calling carriers until I made 50 pitches each day. That don't mean I call 50 carriers. Sometimes I call 200 carriers. Sometimes I call 500. And I did that consistently 5 days a week for about 2 years straight. Now, you can't make the kind of money I make if you're only doing 4% of what I do. If you ain't gonna call about 5 or 6 carriers and you get discouraged when 4 of them tell you no and your feelings get hurt, how do you expect to make $3,000 a day? You can't make the kind of money I make because you ain't willing to do what I do. If you want to make the kind of money I make, you got to do what I do to make that kind of money. You can't make that kind of money calling 10 carriers a day. You can't make that kind of money calling, well, I call 5 a day and then I'll take a break for about 2 or 3 days and I call maybe 5 or 6 more. You can't make that kind of money doing that. If you're only doing 4% of what I do, guess what? You ain't gonna make the 4% of what I make. If you're doing 20% of what I do, you're gonna make about 20% of what I make. This ain't hard. Come on, man. Monkey see, monkey do. Simple as that. You all see what I do, right? To make that kind of money. So if you ain't willing to do what I do, don't call me and ask me why you can't make the kind of money I make. It's real simple. You have to be committed. You have to be willing to do what the other person won't do or can't do in order to make that kind of money. Yeah, does it get discouraging sometimes to call 500 carriers? Yeah, but I don't let that bother me because I'm not worried about the ones that's telling me no. I'm only worried about the ones that I get to sign up. If I got to call 400 carriers that morning to pitch 50, because I know if I get good at the pitch, for one, like I say, I'm good at the pitch, right? Mr. Carrier, how you doing? My name is Calvin Butler with RBBS Transport LLC, one of the most sought after and best freight dispatch firms in the country. I see you in Tupelo, Mississippi. Let me ask you a question. How much money do you need to move your truck? Mr. Butler, are you a dispatcher? Yes, sir, one of the best in the country. How much money do you need to move your truck? Well, I'll tell you something, man. These doggone dispatchers call me all the time. Look, man, I don't move my truck for nothing less than $9 a mile. Now what you got to say? Great, because as a dispatch firm, I only look for the freight that's going to places you want to go, paying the kind of money you want to get paid, pulling the kind of freight you want to pull. What can I send my dispatch agreement to? And then you just hear me say, I only take freight that's paying $9. I don't need no dispatch. Man, I had a dispatch before, and all he did was give me cheap freight and kept me under heavy loads and running me up in the mountains. Sir, I understand. Let me ask you a question. If that dispatcher you had back then had been finding you freight that was running you in Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, places like that, and that was flat, and they was sending you loads that was paying you them $9.20, $9.50 per mile, and keeping you out of the mountains and in the South, you probably still have that dispatcher, right? Well, probably. Great. So like I said, I only look for freight that's going to the places you want to go, paying the kind of money you want to get paid, pulling the kind of freight that you want to pull. Where can I send my dispatcher people to? You trying to be slick. Look, man, look. My wife dispatches me. I don't need no dispatcher. My wife dispatches me, and I don't pay her nothing. Sir, I understand. Let me ask you a question. Let's say your wife is looking for your freight one day, and God bless her, because she's good at what she does. Let's say she's looking for your freight one day, and she's finding your load that's paying $9 a mile, $8 a mile, $7 a mile. And you get on the load board because you good at it. You know what you do. You've been doing this a while. And you'll find a freight that's paying $9.20, $9.50. And I call you up and I got freight that's paying $10, $50, $11, and $12 a mile. Which load you gonna run that day? Oh, I'm gonna run the highest paying freight. Exactly. Because look, let's be real. I'm not trying to take the place of you or your wife. I'm just trying to find a way to make you money and me money at the same time. Like I said, I only call you when I got freight that's paying the kind of money you want to get paid, going to the places you want to go, pulling the kind of freight that you want to pull. If I call you up and I ain't got the best paying load, you ain't gonna take it, right? But no, but if I call you and I got the best paying load, what's gonna happen? I'm probably gonna take it. Great. Let's do business. Where can I send my dispatcher to? See, when you study that pitch and you practice enough to get that good at it, because that's how I make the money I make. Because I took the time to practice and perfect the pitch. I took the time and made as many phone calls as was necessary to pitch that pitch 50 times a day, 5 days a week. Now, if you ain't gonna do that, don't ask me why you can't make the money I make, but you ain't willing to do what I do. It is just that simple. Okay, this is not rocket science. Not rocket science. I show you all what I do to make money. All you all got to do is duplicate that. But 90% of you all won't do that. For some reason, you won't do it. You won't make phone calls because you think that's harder than going out and digging a ditch or working at McDonald's or being managed by somebody who don't know near about what has the job that you know about, or you rather go do this other stuff than just sit on your behind and make phone calls to make money. And then you wonder why you can't make $2,000 a day, or $1,000 a day, or $3,000 a day, because you ain't willing to do what I do. Now, when you get to the point where you do what I do, you'll start making the kind of money I make. Plain and simple. All right? So, in saying that, don't think just because you get this link, you're going to make money. You got to share it. You got to promote it. You got to send it out there. If you look at my Facebook page, how much stuff do you see me sharing about movies or dogs or funny videos? How much of that stuff y'all see on my Facebook page? Anybody?
Hardly ever.
Hardly ever. But what do you see on my Facebook page?
Always about business.
Always about business. What do you see on my LinkedIn page? Always about business. What do you see on my Twitter page? Always about business. What do you see on my Instagram page? Always about business. If you ain't willing to do what I do, don't expect to make the kind of money I make. Plain and simple, people. It ain't, come on. I mean, yeah. This ain't hard. This is not, I swear to God, this is not hard. This is not hard. You just have to be committed. You have to be persistent. If you are persistent and committed and consistent, committed, and persistent. That's all it takes. Even my personal Facebook page, what do y'all see up there on my personal Facebook page?
All about business and inspiration.
All about business. RBBS Corporate Consulting. RBBS Logistics Training after my name. And when you go down here, you see business, 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 business. Let me keep going. Business, business, business. And this just the day alone, business. There's something personal right there. Right? It show you my man cave. Like today. So one personal and what? 12, 15 business, more 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 business. That's how much business can't keep up. More business, business, business. You see where I'm going with this? You can't just take what I'm saying or take a few classes and then look at me and say, well, man, Calvin's making $2,000, $3,000 a day doing this thing. How come I can't make about $200 or $300 or $400 a week? Because you ain't doing but about 2 to 3% of what I do. If I go to you all's Facebook page, what am I gonna see? Let's be real about this. Let's be real. I know a lot of y'all didn't expect this type of stuff, but we're grown-ups here. And if you want to know how to make money, I can show you how to make money. But you got to get off of your behind and make it. You ain't gonna make it doing what you're doing. I can guarantee you that. You ain't gonna make money doing what you're doing now. Why? Because you ain't made it this far. You've been doing what you're doing for years and years and years. So what makes you think that's gonna change and you ain't changing what you're doing? My grandmama used to say all the time, boy, if you want to change what's going on in your life, change what's going on in your life. God bless it. That's what she used to say all the time. If you want to change what's going on in your life, change what's going on in your life. It don't take a genius to figure that out. So I need you all to change how you conduct your day-to-day life. If you're on Facebook and you just sharing what? Cat videos, females fighting,
stuff.
Females fighting, you're sharing political stuff or whatever this and that, you ain't gonna make no money doing that. I promise you, you ain't gonna make no money doing that. I promise you that. I promise you that. But if you start sharing stuff about what you do for a living and stay consistent with that, chances are people are gonna catch on to what you're doing. They're gonna wanna get a part of that. And you're gonna bring yourself some business. Start getting some checks. Start looking in your back office affiliate site and seeing, oh man, I got a $5,000 check coming this week. You're gonna start attracting carriers. You're gonna start attracting all types of stuff. If you're utilizing the opportunities that we are putting before you, and if you're really utilizing it, you're really doing it like I do it, you will make money like I make. It ain't that hard. It's just that simple. If you're doing 20% of what I do, you're probably only gonna make 20% of what I make. I hope I'm getting through to you all.
Makes a lot of sense. Pretty self-explanatory.
Okay. Yeah, because I hear this all the time. People call me up all the time. How come I can't make that kind of money? I've been doing this and this and that. I can't seem to make that kind of money. Something must be wrong. No, ain't nothing wrong. The only thing wrong is you. How many phone calls you made? How many carriers you called? I called a few yesterday. Well, what's a few? Well, 6 or 7. Well, how many pictures you made? Oh, they all hung up on. So you just stopped calling? Yeah. Why? Because I got tired of being hung up on. My feelings were hurt. So you rather go out there and work some construction job in the hot, baking sun and your back be hurt. You'd rather do that for a living. All right, y'all. I'm done. I'm done. That's gonna do it for tonight. My computer is running out of juice. That's how much I've done tonight. All right. But I hope you all.
I think I'm gonna try this for now. I think I'm gonna stick around.
All right. But I hope I got Who do you all? And the whole point, even if you're doing with our freight brokerage firm, okay, the way you make money is to call shippers. Call
Right.
shippers and pitch shippers. Call trucking companies and pitch trucking companies. If you're not willing to do that, you're not gonna make any money. It don't matter how many you gotta call, because if you get one to sign up, that's $280,000 future. So if I gotta call 500 to get one to sign up, guess what? I'm calling 500. It don't matter. I'm gonna call until I get one that says yes, I'm ready to onboard. But then when I get that one on board, I'm gonna go back and call as many boards as I can call to get me another one on board, because that's putting me closer and closer to that what? That's 7 figures a year. It's just, all you're doing is talking. Dialing and talking. That's all you're doing. I mean, what's hard about that? I mean, think about that for a second. What's really hard about that? There's nothing hard about it. It may not be comfortable.
No, it's not. It's not hard.
But it's not hard at all. And you can learn to get comfortable with sales. Just keep doing it and you'll get comfortable with it. Y'all see, I'm in my comfort zone. I don't mind calling people and selling, because the only way I'm gonna stop selling is if they hang up on me. If they don't hang up on me, guess what? I'm still selling.
Just call somebody else. I've done sales
Exactly.
before. That's how it goes.
Exactly. Just when they hang up, call the next name on the list.
On to the next one.
Exactly. All right, so that's going to do it. I hope y'all enjoyed tonight's class and little pep talk and stuff that we do. But seriously though, if you want to make good money, you got to do what people who make good money do. Plain and simple. A wise man once said, if you want to be successful, watch someone who is successful and do what they do. Don't do part of what they do. Don't do some of what they do. Don't do a percentage of what they do. Don't do a little bit of what they do. Do what they do, and you'll be successful. Y'all have a good night. See y'all next time. Bye, everybody.
Good night. Thanks.